Want to learn how to develop a success-oriented mindset? Well, from years of experience in personal and career development, I'm sure I can help you with that. So in this video, I'm going to give you 10 ways on how to develop a growth mindset to lock in your success for the future. So keep on watching. Hi guys, it's Regina Renee Williams and welcome back to my channel where I share the best insights and advice on mental health and mindset and help you maintain your mental wellness and positivity in both your personal life and career. Now, of course, if that sounds good to you, go ahead and subscribe and hit that bell to be notified when I upload a new video every Tuesday. All right, so this is the third part of my quarantine series, and as I mentioned in my last two videos, and no, don't stop and go watch them now. You can go ahead and watch this video and definitely get value out of it. And then once you're done with this one, go back and watch the other two. I appreciate that. But as I was saying, I've been focusing and reflecting on my purpose and passion. And one of the next steps of doing that is thinking through, what is the number one question that I get asked about? As a mentor, as a leader, just what do people usually ask me? And it's usually about how have I been able to get through so many challenges and continue to advance and, pick up the pieces where I left off if, things don't turn out how I want them to in different situations, and just advance to the next levels in my life, whether it be in my career or personally. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys today, and wanted to just go ahead and get into that. All right, so number one, put yourself in challenging situations. I think often, we are afraid to do certain things for fear of a negative outcome. And when, and mind you, I said when, not if, but when you overcome that challenge, it is the perfect opportunity to build your confidence and learn and grow from that experience. That's what I've done over and over again, going for that position that I thought really is beyond my reach, but doing what I needed to do and taking the steps that I needed to take, whether it be, having an informational interview with someone in that department or brushing up on a skill set that job requires. But it definitely wasn't comfortable for me to go for it, but I would just go for it and take my chances and take those risks, and you learn so much about yourself when you do. And I think that it also squashes any of that negative self-talk, that pesky bad habit that we have, when you just go ahead and put yourself out there and allow yourself to be vulnerable and try new things and take new risks. So I would strongly encourage people to do that. Just put yourself out there in those challenging situations and see what happens. Number two, be open to finding a mentor. I cannot tell you guys how huge this has been for me in my career and personal development. You can just reach out to someone who can advise you, who is a sounding board for things you were thinking through. And this could be anyone from someone that that's in a position or a role at your job that you aspire to be in. And maybe you can schedule some time bi-weekly or monthly to meet with them and pick their brain, and maybe even have them give you some stretch assignments to do. But definitely find a mentor because it is such a huge help, and you'd be surprised at how many people are really willing to help and want to see you succeed. And that's the best situation to be in, when there are there's no money or investment at stake. They are just there genuinely to help. And if you do have a formalized program at your job, that's even better, because these are people who have signed up and said, hey, I'm available and willing to help you get to that next level. So I would strongly urge you to check on that, because it can help you immensely. Number three, think of failure as a learning opportunity. And I think one of the best ways to do this is to create an affirmation around it. Come on, y'all, say it with me. Failure is an outstanding learning opportunity. Yes, that's what you need to do, is reframe your mindset to think as failure as something to learn from and grow from. What that will allow you to do is take more risks and, put yourself out there more, and be able to have a growth mindset about taking on that opportunity, as opposed to the negative self-talk that can come from it. And doing that will make you less prone to stress and anxiety too about the whole situation, and that is the key to a winning attitude. All right, number 4, Keep a folder of your proudest moments. While it's important to focus on the present and the future, oftentimes if you keep a collection of your accomplishments or achievements in a safe place and somewhere you can refer to, it can be very helpful when you're feeling down or discouraged about a situation. I myself have a professional portfolio where I actually have laminated pages of different certificates or achievements or programs I've been in throughout my career that I can look back on. And it's also good when you're, building a resume and such, but it will also give you inspiration for future, things you may want to pursue and allow you to continue to build long-term confidence. If you can look back at what you have achieved in the past, you'll feel better about moving forward and taking action and initiative on new opportunities as well. Number 5, surround yourself with top talent. Now we know our environment plays a significant role in creating our mindsets. After all, we are social creatures and we are influenced by those around us. So surround yourself with those who can teach you and who you can learn new things from and allow you to learn and grow at all times. If you're in a position at your job where you're hiring individuals or candidates, you always want to look for someone who is smarter than you, who has a skill set that you may not have, so that you can learn from them, even though they would be someone reporting, to you. And just try to keep that mindset of, I want to be better. I want to learn and grow and continue to advance and achieve. And I think that it creates a situation in your head where that's what you're going to move towards and do at any given opportunity. All right, it's time to check on you guys. So let me know in the comments what your path to success has been. Have you used any of these ways that I've mentioned so far to achieve different avenues of success? And if not, what have you used in the past to get to a certain, position or a certain point in your life that you wanted to? I'd love to hear from you. Okay, so shall we continue? Number 6, find time to disconnect from your stressors. Yes, the average American, we work more hours than our counterparts in other developed countries. And furthermore, the more hours worked has increased over the years. And unfortunately, with that comes more stress-related work problems, and anxiety and depression. So what you want to try and do is disconnect from work. Take the time that's available to you on your job. Don't just work and think that you're going to miss something or the world's going to come to an end if you take a day off or a week off. So that is what it is there for. And that's part of your employment package. So just go ahead and take the time off. But when you don't do that, disconnect, it doesn't allow you, it makes it difficult for you to adopt a success-oriented mindset. If you're just going hard in the paint all the time, you're going to feel drained and not very motivated about all of the opportunities that are at your fingertips at work. So go ahead and try to disconnect when you can. And that could also be not only taking time off, but in your off time, doing some meditation practices or reading a book or really finding a way to unplug outside of work to clear your mind to be fresh for the next day. Number 7, develop a simple morning routine. Now, I will be the first one to admit this is not something I ever did in my 20s or 30s. But now that I have hit my 40s, this is so important, and it's something I am working on and really trying to find one that works for me. But even getting up an hour earlier than your start time for work, or if you're an entrepreneur and before you start your day, get up, do your exercise, or have affirmations you maybe read, or meditation that you do, but something that you can get in for yourself before you start your day. I've often said sometimes I feel like the days happen to me. I feel like I serve everyone else aside from myself throughout the day, and then when it's time where I have time to myself, I am completely drained and just done. Like there's nothing else I can do. But if I start the day with what matters to me, what I have made priority for my self-care and myself, it sets the motion for the rest of the day, and you don't feel like it's happening to you. You feel like you've taken time for yourself at the beginning, and it can set everything in motion to go better during your day as well. So it has the power to do that. So I would strongly encourage you to get a morning routine in place, and it will help with your mindset to be in a positive way, for the rest of your day, and then set you up for success for that day and the remainder of the week as well. So definitely try to get a morning routine, and it's different for everybody. I know I got caught up in, you can watch a million YouTube videos, all kinds of apps, and you just really, what it comes down to is what works for you. And that's what you need to land on, stick to it, and watch how it makes a huge difference in your life. Number 8, set time-bound achievable goals. 90% of New Year's resolutions fail. So if you really want to achieve your goals, you want to have a different approach and not rely on a New Year's resolution to achieve them. I would say, taking the time to think through what it is that you need to accomplish, maybe setting a timeline with different milestones to hit, and then come up with that, final time frame that you plan to achieve it. You don't want to be shooting at a moving target, and you do that when you don't really plan it out as to this end date or this, impossible time that you can achieve it in. Me, for instance, I knew I wanted to launch my YouTube channel at the beginning of this year, but I decided that a few months ahead of time, in knowing or taking into consideration all the steps that I wanted to take to get it set up for success and launch it. So you just really want to have definitely a time frame in mind, but really walk through the process on how long it will take you to get there. Number 9, listen to your instincts. The key to a winning mindset is being able to trust your gut instincts. The Harvard Business Review says that we can rely on our gut instincts to make smart decisions in most cases. There's been times where I thought to myself, gosh, all the data or information isn't here for me to really be able to make a solid decision about something. But I've had to just go with the way I feel about it, and rule out and do a process of elimination of what, the other possible solutions may be, and really go with my gut and experience on it. And that is really also a very good characteristic to have in a business setting. So as often as you can, if you feel like you don't have enough information or research about a topic, go with what your gut feeling is, and it'll, once you start to trust that more, it'll build your confidence to trust it even further in the future. All right, if you stayed till the end, we have reached number 10, and that is to avoid stagnation. If you don't feel that you are still learning and growing, then you need to go ahead and change it up. You want to avoid stagnation or feeling stuck so you can continue to grow. It'll also help you to face new challenges and overcome any obstacles that you may be facing. Developing a growth mindset or a success-oriented mindset will take time. So you need to be continuing to surround yourself with talented and successful colleagues or mentors, as I mentioned before, to keep you in that growth mindset where you want to constantly be improving yourself and moving forward and not getting stuck. And that way you can create so many moments that you will be proud of. So there you have it, 10 ways to develop a growth mindset about success. So I hope you found them helpful and will put them to good use. All right, guys, so it is that time where we have to leave each other for this week, but I'll be back next week, so make sure you come and check me out. And don't forget to head on over to Instagram at reginareneewilliams, where I post a few microblogs per week on mental health and mindset, and join my community of followers over there. The link is in the description below and also somewhere up here as well. And go ahead and check on the different resources I have available to you and your family during this time of quarantine. All right, so be sure to check out my last 2 videos on shifting your mindset to focus and reflect, and on discovering your strengths. And don't forget to like this video if you like it, and subscribe and hit that bell when I upload a new video every Tuesday. All right, bye-bye, guys.